defending CWE Vixens champion, SPW Queen of Asia champion, Alexis Lee.
Wonderful introduction by my friend Darren Chua right now. This, of course, is one of the most hotly anticipated matches of SPW Merciless. It is the Lion City hit girl, Alexis friggin' Lee, the double champion you see before you right now. She is going against one of the most celebrated Japanese wrestlers. Tell me what this matchup means to Singapore and to Japan, please.
I think Saki Akai is one of the best women's wrestlers that Japan has to offer.
I agree. But what about Alexis friggin' Lee? She's been wrestling for about 10 years now. She's got a ton of experience also.
She has fought the likes of Emi Sakura, she has fought the likes of Riho, and she has come out on top, and that's why she's the Queen of Asia champion. So Saki Akai must not take her lightly.
So which way do you think the pin will go today? Do you favor Saki Akai as the favorite?
It's honestly a 50-50 because I don't know if Saki Akai is slightly underestimating Alexis. On Twitter, Saki Akai even called her by the wrong name, calling her Alex Lee.
Well, Alex is on fire. It's a bit confusing when English is not your first language, but this is for all the marbles.
The Queen of Asia Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, representing DDT Pro Wrestling, Saki Akai. And your champion, the Lion City Hit Girl, Alexis friggin' Lee.
Why, thank you, Darren. That was a really good introduction. But you know, as you were introducing Alexis friggin' Lee, right? She was getting jeered by the audience, by the Singapore audience. Why is that?
I believe that Alexis has held the title for a while now, and maybe the crowd are ready for a new champion.
I don't know, because I know there are many Singaporean fans, many Singaporean wrestling fans who love Alexis Lee. Oh my god, who has just jumped her opponent Saki Akai. But in this hometown advantage, right, when Alexis Lee gets jeered, this speaks volumes of the international popularity of Saki Akai.
That's very true. Interestingly enough, they actually had a little wager on Twitter. If Alexis Lee loses, she must change her name to Alex Lee.
Oh my goodness, that would be so confusing. Like, imagine if people used the wrong pronouns when we went to important government buildings.
Exactly. And Saki Akai would walk away the new Queen of Asia champion, and the current champion has to change her name.
So what is the motivation of Alexis Lee jumping Saki Akai, like hitting her when she wasn't looking?
I think maybe she felt a little bit jealous that just a little bit jealous of Saki Akai's popularity with the crowd.
Okay, you might say jealous, right? But to me, I think Alexis Lee might be even afraid. She might be intimidated that Saki Akai is an extremely experienced competitor. Saki Akai has wrestled against men. Sometimes she's won against men.
She has won against our tag team champion Masa Takanashi recently. Oh! Don't waste good beer. Come on. taking a sip of that beer from Ang Mo Liang Teh. Alexis has to maintain the sobriety throughout this match. Saki Akai, of course, has very, very dangerous kicks. And her finisher, her patented Quetzalcoatl, is a insane spinning sort of cradle hold.
Precisely. So maybe the beer, right, was to possibly numb the pain that Alexis Lee is about to experience, but also maybe calm the nerves, because when you're facing such a big star like Saki Akai, right, you've got to be having goosebumps all the way, wouldn't you be having goosebumps if you were wrestling Saki Akai?
Oh, and Saki Akai with a big boot once again, right there, just showing off her wide range of kicks.
Yup. Ladies and gents, so if I could draw your attention to Saki Akai, right, I think it's already apparent to many of us that her legs are inhumanly long, and she's using them as weapons to her advantage. Look at the way she's been kicking, she's been tying down Alexis Lee, right? Look at the range of these legs, and now she's using these legs effectively to choke Alexis Lee out. Alexis Lee, there's no way Alexis Lee is going to reach the ropes, by the way. Look at her, just
squeezing the life
on to Alexis Lee. And
just
now,
posing for the camera.
See, look at it. It's impossible. She reached the ropes.
But look, but with that one move, she just gained the favor of, I think, everybody in the arena.
But what did that hold just do to Alexis Lee? Let's take it back a bit. That has deprived Alexis Lee of some oxygen to the brain for a short period of time, and it's also possibly crushed. It's crushed the windpipe, and now Saki Akai is crushing the skull of Alexis Lee. Now taking her opponent down, Saki Akai calls for the audience to be silent.
I think we should be as
ready
well.
to. That's it. She could count.
A bit of a lackadaisical pin there by Saki Akai, maybe taking too much time to pose for the cameras at the same time.
Perhaps a bit of a braggadocious pin, because that kick was so hard, right? I think many of the audiences were certain that Saki Akai would have won there and Alexis Lee would have become Alexis Lee.
And now just making her eat defeat. Just running her boot right across the face of Alexis Lee.
But right now, victory and defeat is still anyone's guess. Alexis Lee hung up on the ropes, but still a pretty evenly matched soiree so far, wouldn't you say, Darren?
Very much so. And Alexis Lee finally gets out of the way.
But she's hung up.
Some offense, a drop kick right to the small of the back. Face crusher. And just unceremoniously throws her down into the mat. What she have planned here? Just stomping the life out of Saki Akai.
Very thrilling, very methodical matchup, I must say, so far. The audiences, including you and I, have been in for a real treat. These two women are not just your pretty girls next door. They are very smart competitors, and they've pulled on some feats of agility this evening that have just had me totally wow. You know what I mean?
Saki Akai, of course, retiring later this year, and this is actually the first match on her road to retirement.
Why is she retiring? She's still so young. She's still such a great competitor. What's motivating this retirement?
You know, she's a businesswoman of many talents. She runs her own beauty salon, actually.
Okay.
So perhaps she's just focusing on her business and maybe her own personal life.
Yeah, I guess your life expectancy is longer when you run a beauty salon.
Exactly. But who knows? She could change her mind if she wins the Queen of Asia title tonight.
You wouldn't need to eat like these kicks to the loins.
That's nasty.
And these elbows to the knee, right? If you ran a beauty salon.
No. The knee's not supposed to bend that way. Just kicking the knee out of the joint, kicking her leg out of her leg.
Is Saki Akai's knee dislocated at this point? That's the question that's going through my mind right now.
And the figure four, of course, putting a lot of pressure on the shin bone right there. It's a very, very painful move, but Saki Akai once again using her long limbs to get to the rope easily.
That's a very strange predicament, right? At the earlier part of the match, right, Saki Akai was using her long legs to her advantage, but the very intelligent Alexis Lee, right, is now using the long legs of Saki Akai to Saki Akai's disadvantage.
Exactly. You take away the legs of Saki Akai and you take away a big part of her offense. Saki Akai, of course, a great striker also with her hands.
Saki Akai is basically a beautiful, scantily clad female Muay Thai fighter. That's how I see her. That's why you have to always look out for the legs. It's not really the punches, the hand strikes. See, it's not really her hand strikes that are effective. It's the low kicks, right? Oh, what? This is referee Ryan. Come on, biting is not legal in the SPW ring.
Just a double overhand chop right there. Just straight nasty from Alexis Lee, just biting her opponent. But perhaps, it's taking too much time to pose. You shouldn't do that in front of an athlete like Saki Akai. Almost a Superman slap right there. Dodges the big kick. Rakes the eyes. Come on, referee. Big boot by Saki Akai.
As I was saying, right, this is exactly what you look out for. Saki Akai is effectively a kickboxer. You can look out for like these submissions, these grabs, these strikes, right? But what you ultimately need to look out for is her deadly kicks. Look at that one. She just sank into the jaw of Alexis Lee. Alexis Lee is half out of there. The lights are on, but she might not be home at the moment right now. Answering machine is still on. Opponent is flying through the air. Crossbody. Beautiful crossbody. Does she get the win here? So close.
Almost. I think she kicked out on like pure instinct. She looks like she's out right now. Saki Akai obviously has a big move planned here.
And Alexis Lee has that glazed look in her eyes.
Went for a bicycle kick, misses. Once again, almost a victory right there. Almost snatched victory. Only a 2. But she keeps going for it. Does she have it in the triangle? Is that... Yes, she has it in the triangle choke.
She has it in tight. How is Alexis Lee going to get out of this right now?
Alexis Lee is close to ropes, but I don't think she knows where she is.
Very far away. Alexis Lee in the predicament of her life. If she doesn't find the ropes, if she doesn't tap out, she is going to pass out because there's very little blood going to her brain right now.
But Saki Akai had her shoulders down. So it was well spotted by referee Ryan.
No,
spear!
You mean Alexis Lee transitioned that triangle hole into a pin of her own?
I don't know if she consciously did it, but she certainly did it. And perhaps going for the double knees to the back, but she misses. Right in the mouth!
Did you hear that sound, that disgusting sound when the leg made...
rolls up! This is why I say the roll-up is one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling.
I cannot believe it. Saki Akai cannot believe it.
She's saying that Alexis had her foot on the ropes. Does she have a case?
I did not see the foot on the ropes actually.
We will have to go to VAR on that.
I can't say for sure. But let's bring you back to the closing scenes of that match, right? That kick was so loud into the temple, into the head of Alexis Lee, but somehow she managed to roll up Saki Akai and get the W. How? Like, what? Are we seeing some kind of squabble?
This is why anybody can be surprised by a roll-up in pro wrestling.